got some info for you. I've just come back from what you can see on the screen there, and look, there's a sale. Yeah, I couldn't believe it. I only found out yesterday when I popped up there to have a word with them, because I haven't seen them for a while this year, because I've just been working my ass off. It's just crazy, no time to do anything. So, bullshit aside, all of this month is 10% off. Anything you see on the website is 10% off. And also, if you put my Funky 10 discount code in, you get another 10% off. So guess what? All this month, if you want, you can get 20% off anything you see on this website. And guess what they've done for me there? Can you see what I've highlighted there? I've even got my own little link on there, look. And there I am. The top category. I've got my own little link now. How cool is that? Well, I'm not sure how this is coming out on the screen. I've really tried to look into this tutorial stuff on... It's just bullshit. I just can't do it really, so I'll give up. So it's back to the old school, just camcorder in front of a screen. I'm sorry if it's coming out quite tricky, but you can go to their website and check it out yourself. Basically, all it is any time I don't know, do a review or whatever of any of their the stuff that they sell there. There's all links to the videos here, so it's like a two-way street really. I help them out and they help me out, so it's great. I can't believe it. And I've also been given full control over how this mini website or link page, whatever you want to call it, turns out. So that sounds cool. I mean, they wrote this for me. I had no idea this was done. This is it's quite kind, really, quite nice. So I just thought I'd let you guys know on this little deal that they're running. So 20% off anytime this month. So yeah, it's pretty good really, because when you think about the possible weather that's coming our way, if we get anything like what they've got in the States at the moment, with that minus 20, 30, 40, whatever you want to call it, temperature, dude, you seriously need to get some cold weather gear, really, to be honest. Yeah, I'm just going to browse through the site so you can see what they got. Really nice thick Arctic socks. You're pretty much catered really, anything you need for that sort of thing. As I say, you know, prepping is not just about the economic collapse, bloody zombies or whatever you want to call it. Weather patterns, it really can catch a lot of people out, whether it's flooding, temperature drops, temperature increases, high winds. You can get quite a lot of gear from this website really. To cover quite a few eventualities, so it's pretty handy. Well, if some of you saw in my video about my winter vehicle kit for my bug out vehicle, I had one of these in there. These are, wow. He's got quite a few of these left. I think he's got about 30 or so. So after this video, I don't anticipate there being many left, because they're quite hard to find actually, especially in this condition and for this price. And don't forget, you're going to get 20% off as well. So, very nice piece of kit. These are quite good as well. Sergeant Fruitcake and myself both use these. Been using these for quite a while, and I think I've got about 4 or 5 packets of these now, because I've got some in the vehicle, some in different go bags, some I'll keep in the shed for backup. They are very, very good, and I've been using these pegs for about 2 years now. Yeah, pretty much 2 years to the day. I've had no problems with them. Sometimes some of them might bend a little if you stick them into the ground and you've got tree roots unexpectedly. It's not too much of a problem. You can just pull them out and just straighten them again, really. They're not going to break. I've had nothing break on me yet, and for that price, you know, and you know, with a discount, that's a good little steal there, I think. One of my vids, I've done some night vision testing with this piece of gear, and I'll tell you what, I was so impressed with it. Really love this piece of kit. And you don't have to mount it on a scope. You can just carry it and hold it. It's very, very good, and it is quite expensive. That's the problem. I mean, I don't envisage ever owning one, because it's just way out of my price range. But if you have got a few bob and you are looking for something that really does work, this really is cool. And you know, think 20% off of the price. I mean, look at that price. Crazy. But take 20% off, and I'll probably guess you won't be able to find one any cheaper. So yeah, that Pulsar, that was very, very cool. And needless to say, I've done a review on this, and quite impressed actually. It's very, very well made, and it's not too bad actually. The Hasselfall stuff, you really have to put it up in the category of 511 with these guys. Forget Maxpedition. In my eyes, in my personal opinion, Hasselfall and 511 just totally wipe that Maxpedition stuff right out. It really does. The quality and the materials they use are just fantastic, and the design ideas, well, you saw in the video that I've done when I overviewed this piece of gear, it's just incredible. And yes, of course it's expensive, but you're paying for good quality gear here, and for just over £100, 20% off, you probably won't be able to get that anywhere cheaper actually, now I think about it. So yeah, it's a good time to grab bargains like these, it really is. And they can also see potential in helping people out regarding prepping as well. I've had quite a few chats with the guys over there, and I think they come around to the idea of helping the preppers out. And they just love this little logo. It pretty much covers quite a few of the basics really. So if you are new into prepping and really just in awe of all of the kit and the gear that you think you're going to need, you can find yourself going to loads of websites, getting different things from different places, but places like this you can pretty much get most things all under one roof. They're even doing knives now, which is pretty cool. I would suggest anyone starting out prepping who's hasn't had any experience out in the field or any former sort of military training, I wouldn't go spending a fortune on kit. I would just get cheap gear, like knives and clothing and stuff, just so you familiarise yourself with it. I mean, you don't want to go and spend £300 on a nice knife and you've never used a knife before and end up breaking it, you know, smashing the edge up or whatever. Just practice with cheap gear. I think that's how a lot of people start at the bottom and work your way up. As you can see, there's all sorts of kit there to help preppers out. There really is loads. So this is just a heads up really, you guys. If you want to save a few bob, 20% off. Offer ends at the end of this month, so you've got 2 or 3 weeks yet. So there it is, take it or leave it. What I do find on Wilderness Leisure, some of the items there that you will find, like this for example, are quite rare and hard to get hold of. And what usually happens is I'll go there and I quite like something like this, and I think, oh yeah, I haven't really got the money at the moment, I can't really afford it, or I like it but I don't really need it that much. 9 times out of 10 I'll go back there a month later to go and get it and they're all gone, and the chances of ever getting them again are very, very slim, probably 0. So that's what that's the name of the game really, especially in surplus. Nothing is carved in stone. 1 minute it's there, next minute it's gone, and there's a few items that I wish I got but never got. So just a heads up, if you think, oh yeah, I like this, I like that, if you dither or think too much about it for a month or 2 and you go back to get it, there's a good chance it'll be gone. So pretty much all I can say really. They're a good bunch of lads down there, and if you've got any problems deciding what to buy, about size issues and, you know, American sizes, European sizes, NATO sizes, all things like that, they're only too glad to help really. So it's a good idea to check stuff out before you buy it, because there's nothing worse than ordering some trousers and a smock or something, and when it turns up it's either too tight or it's too big, and you're faced with the embarrassment of sending it back, maybe asking for an exchange, and you've got to cover the postage, or you're too embarrassed to do that, so you sell it and you make a loss. It's a really good idea to double check sizes. And speaking of sizes, there are size charts on the website as well, so if you really are struggling with this information, you can always send them an email, contact them, phone them or whatever, and they'll walk you through it and you should have no problems. One thing I can say now, what the guys are, I wouldn't say annoyed, but maybe a little bit fed up really with, not everyone obviously, a very small minority of people. They would go on to the eBay store, I think. They've also got an eBay store, and you'll come across an item that you like. Just say, I don't know, a sleeping bag, for example, and it will say on there, super grade, which is brand new, never been used. You've got grade 1, which has been used very little and almost as good as new, and grade 2, which is probably beaten to crap, but it still has serviceable life in it. So someone will say, oh, look at that sleeping bag, it's 50 quid. Great. I'll get the second hand one, the grade 2 one, and it'll probably be £20 or something like that. It'll be, oh, brilliant, brilliant. But the photograph shown on the advert would be a brand new one. So they're probably expecting to see a brand new one, paying for a second grade price. And when it turns up, they'll probably send it back and complain and leave negative feedback saying it's not what was shown on the picture and stuff. Well, they really do go out their way explaining in full detail exactly what every single item is. So there shouldn't really be any questions, really. I mean, everything is really laid out in English, not a problem. So yeah, just make sure if you do buy something, you really double check everything, that you're happy with what you're going to get, rather than just do it quickly and then, you know, when it turns up you're really disappointed. So just a little heads up there. So there you go, fellas. I just thought I'd let you in on the discount, because mate, if we can save a bit of money in this day and age, it's always a good thing. So there it is, there in black and white. Thanks for watching, guys, and stay funky.